often sit and wonder how things could be this way. I guess we'd better tell them this is a brand new day. Don't leave it up to the other man or to another day. Take your life into your hands, make it work out your way. It's not the number of times you stumble down and fall upon the ground. It's the number of times you pick yourself up and keep on moving on to meet your goals. Come on, everyone. The time to love is here. Let these troubled days be done. I tell you, come on, everybody. Come on, everyone. The time to love is here. Let these troubled days be done. Good morning. Good morning. Good evening. Good evening. It is I, Dr. Herbert Harris, and this is Success at Suppertime. Want to welcome each and every one of you on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, on whatever platform you're listening. You know, on Monday through Thursday nights at 8 p.m., we do a Success at Suppertime. Some success messages while you're digesting your dinner. You know, our topics are based on our book, of course, The 12 Universal Laws of Success, which is available at all the digital websites and at our own website, herbertharris.com. And also, we're going to be taking a page tonight from our home study course, New You for the New Year home study course, which is available on our website, herbertharris.com. Our topic for today is refocusing your life. Let me say it slowly. Refocusing your life. And I picked this topic because at this point in the year, we basically completed a portion of the year, and we're getting ready to go forward to the next portion of the year. And as we begin to go forward, we'll notice that at times, many times, in fact, it's necessary to refocus your life. And how do you know that you need to refocus your life? Well, you know, number one, you're the first to know. Because if you're not happy, if you're not fulfilled, if the people around you do not excite you, if you're not looking forward to another day, not looking forward to just doing more of whatever you're doing, then it's time to refocus. When you refocus, it's like, you know, when you have your success GPS in your car, your GPS functions because it has two things, two data points. It has a location where you are right now, and it has a destination where you would like to go. And so when you refocus, you're saying, I need to take a new direction. I need to go somewhere different. I need to be around different people. I need to get some new habits. I need to have some new emotions. I need to have some new thoughts. And this is a process now. You know, you don't just refocus and say, oh, I've refocused and it's done. It's a process. And in this process, you're literally peeling back the onions or the layers of your situation. It's almost as though you're an onion and you're not happy with your present condition. And so you say, let me peel away the onions, let me peel away the layers so that I can see where I am right now. And in our home study course, this is really critical because in the home study course, it's really saying, when we assess where we are right now, when you say, if I'm going to change my life to have a new you for this new year. Welcome, Chris from Australia. Thanks for joining us. If I'm going to have a new perspective in my life, I need to refocus. I need to focus on something else, something different. And so how do you go about this? Well, number one, to recognize that need to refocus by, being unhappy with your present condition. But the first step in refocusing is to do a reality check. If you look at the GPS analogy, it's saying, what is your location? Where am I at right now? And so when we do a reality check, there's some points I want to make tonight. We're going to sort of focus on doing a reality check to determine how you need to refocus your life. Well, the first key about a reality check is to recognize the truth of your situation, that wherever you are right now, though you may be unhappy, though whatever you wanted to happen is not happening, to recognize that your present experience of life is often the result of external circumstances. Sometimes external things put us in the position where we are. Many of us have just gone through this pandemic. And trust me, the pandemic put many of us in a place where we didn't want to be. Welcome, Kenya. Thanks for joining us. And so this first point of recognizing that where we are right now is often due to external circumstances. And so what this does is don't blame yourself. That a lot of the things that are creating the condition and the situation in which you're living right now is not necessarily of your doing. It's really a reaction or a result of external forces, such as the pandemic. Number two, everybody who's on this call, everybody who will watch this broadcast, at some point in your life, you were happy. At some point in your life, everything was cracking. All cylinders were working. You were smoking along. And so when you hit a rough patch, a patch where stuff is not working out for you, remember that you are still the same talented person who used to get good results. You're the same talented person who used to have good things going on in your life. So when you hit a rough patch, don't let the rough patch define you. Remember who you really are. Just as the prodigal son, even though he was living in the pig pens of life and everything that he did had failed, he was still the son of a wealthy father. And so if our conditions are not enhancing us, if our conditions seem to be blocking us at every turn, we are still the same gifted person that when things were different, we were getting different results. Nobody loses all the time and nobody wins all the time. So refocus on the times when you were the winner, when you were getting things done. Number three, especially when you have external circumstances, we may not have control over those things, but we do have control over our response to it, over our attitude, over the way we see the situation. When we look at the David and Goliath analogy, they said that, Goliath was a giant. And so we could look at that situation as a little David and great big Goliath, and David wants to hit him with a slingshot. Well, you could take one mindset and say, my goodness, this slingshot, this rock is not going to hit that big Goliath. But then you can take another position and say, my goodness, with a target that big, I can't miss. Same target. It's that you had a different attitude about it. Sometimes when you lose your job. Now, the company downsized. When you work for corporations these days, you got nothing guaranteed, okay? I mean, most of the corporations now don't offer a pension, don't give you any type of job security. And job, J-O-B, can mean job's over, boys. Go home, you're done. When we see this happening, we have the ability to take control of our attitude towards it. So if we're getting fired, we're getting downsized, then we can take the attitude, oh, woe is me, how am I going to pay my bills? Or we can take the attitude of saying, my goodness, finally, this job has been an albatross around my neck. It's been a chain. It's been an anchor keeping me from flying. Now that I don't have to work on this job, I can fly. I can do some of the things that I wanted to do, and I can generate money doing it. So you always have control over your thoughts, over your emotions, over your attitude, over your habits, and over your relationships. Anybody who's not productive in your life, anybody who doesn't bring good things to you, you can get rid of them. Now, if it's your family, maybe you just have to cut down on their access. You can't divorce your family. But the point is, you have the ability to change your thinking, your emotions, your attitude, your habits, your relationships. And anytime you change these things, you create a new vibration that brings about a new result. Number four, you can make a personal assessment. Take a personal inventory. You know, when you feel that you need to refocus your life, it's important to really look at who the we is you're talking about, who the me is, who the I is. So take a personal inventory of your strengths, of your assets, of your liabilities, of your thoughts, your emotions, your habits, your relationships. Take a personal assessment of those things and know that you can change them. And then finally, the fifth point is to realize that whatever condition you're experiencing right now, it will not last forever. The Bible says, to everything there's a season. There's a time to live, a time to die, a time to joy, for joy, and a time to weep, a time to plant and a time to harvest. And so to realize that whatever the condition you're in right now, no matter how dark and dismal it may seem, even this will pass away. So as a start to refocusing your life, look at these steps, these 5 steps. Number 1, of course, do that. The key is to do the reality check. Do the reality check. And in doing that, recognize that your situation may be the result of external circumstances, that you're the same person that when things were going good and everything was clicking, you're that same person who was able to get things done. To recognize that we may not have control over our external circumstances, but we have control over our thoughts, our emotions, our attitude, our habits, and our relationships. 4, to do that personal assessment, to look at your strengths and your weaknesses, your assets and your liabilities, and how to put them together. And then finally, 5th, to recognize that no matter what it is, even this will pass away. So thank you so much for being here tonight. This is Dr. Herbert Harris. And I love you many times when you need to refocus your life. It's a good idea to write why. Why do you need to refocus your life? What is it right now that's going on that says you have to refocus your life? Thanks so much, Kenya. We appreciate you. When you ask that question, why do I need to refocus my life? Those of you who will watch the post afterwards, write it down. Sometimes the fact that you write it on the post, on the internet, when you write it, sometimes just writing it takes all the scariness out of it. When you can do that, when you can refocus your life, then that's the first step to help you be what you want to be, do what you want to do, and have whatever you want to have. Always knowing that the best is yet to come. So it is. Thank you so much for listening. Be sure to go to our website. Our book, The 12 Universal Laws of Success, is your success guide to take you from where you are to where you want to be. Take a look at our home study course, the New You for the New Year home study course, that gives you the tools, the workbook, and the ingredients you need to transform your life from what it is to exactly what you want it to be. So let's sing it on out. Here we go. I guess we'd better tell them this is a brand new day. Don't leave it up to the other man or to another day. Take your life into your hands. Make it work out your way. It's not the number of times you stumble down and fall upon the ground. It's the number of times you pick yourself up and keep on moving on to meet your goals. All right, folks. We'll see you tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, every Monday through Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, for Success at Supper Time. And so it is. The time to love is here.